On my drive home today, I was in the middle lane and it was raining. So you know how traffic goes when it's raining. It slows down. And a semi truck pulled out of a parking lot onto the main thoroughfare very slowly and to merge into the middle lane. Now there's a lane on my right that is also being stopped by this semi truck making its way onto the thoroughfare. The cars in the right lane, however, did not come to a complete stop. They slowly rolled along. The cars in my lane, two cars ahead of me, came to a complete stop because that is where the head of the semi truck was merging into. The tail end was making its way from the right lane into the middle lane, so they still had ways to go. This put things into perspective for me. How so? The semi truck came out of nowhere. But none of the drivers that I could see made a fuss about it. There was no fingers wailing around saying you're number one. There were no horns being honked. And there was no visible sign of frustration, though I'm sure people were frustrated because the truck just pulled out suddenly and people were already being impatient because, again, the traffic was slowing down because it was raining. How are things put in perspective? Well, some of our problems are like this semi truck. They are big. Some problems are bigger than some. And some people are able to keep rolling, though slowly, while the problem is making its way out of their lives. While some of us are brought to a complete stop. But you know what? Both of those lanes, all of those motorists were impacted. It's just that we had to sit there and we had to wait until this thing made its way so that we could then keep it moving. Sometimes big problems come our way and we think that this is it, this is the end. But if we just wait it out and allow the driver, the Lord, to do what he needs to do, we may keep rolling on slowly. Or we may come to a complete stop. But you know what? This stop is not forever. Soon the problem will roll away ahead of us. It will pick up speed and it will get out of our way and we can continue to go on the path of life that the Lord has put us on. I pointed out there being no visible sign of frustration. Why? Simply because what does frustration do? What if we had honked our horns? What if people were waving their one finger around calling this truck driver number one? Would it have made the semi truck move faster? No, there's no way such a large vehicle could be merging into oncoming traffic after being parked, pick up speed so quickly. So you know what? We had to allow it to take its time to find its momentum and to keep rolling. And then we were able to go on our way. In fact, it was raining before this, meaning life was happening. We were already having to slow down, to be careful, to make smart decisions, to be wise, to be mindful of others. So what more is a big problem dropping before us?